How do you recognize key British ale yeast strains? Imagine tasting a classic British ale and wondering what makes its flavor so distinct. The secret often lies in the yeast used during brewing. Recognizing these yeast strains can seem tricky, but it's easier once you know what to look for. Most British ale yeast strains are part of the species Saccharomyces cerevisiae. They are known for thriving at warmer fermentation temperatures, usually between 18 and 22 degrees Celsius. Some can handle even higher temperatures up to 37 degrees Celsius. This ability to ferment at warmer temps is a hallmark of British ale yeasts and helps distinguish them from other types like lager yeasts, which prefer cooler conditions. Genetic testing is one of the most precise ways to identify British ale yeast strains. Techniques like ribosomal DNA sequencing or polymerase chain reaction tests target specific genes. These tests confirm that the yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae and match it to known British ale strains. For example, the London Ale 3 strain, often linked to Boddington's brewery, has a unique genetic profile that sets it apart from other yeasts. Fermentation behavior also offers clues. British ale yeasts tend to produce a balanced mix of fruity esters and mild phenolics. These flavor compounds give British beers their characteristic aroma and taste. For instance, the fruity esters can add apple or pear notes, while phenolics might add a subtle spicy or clove-like flavor. The yeast's ability to create these flavors is a key indicator. Another way to recognize these strains is by their growth patterns. British ale yeasts usually grow well at moderate to warm temperatures and do not continue fermenting sugars once they reach their attenuation limit. This means they leave behind a slight sweetness and a full-bodied mouthfeel typical of traditional British beers like bitters and porters. Colony morphology on agar plates can also help. British ale yeasts tend to form specific colony shapes and sizes, which brewers can observe visually. They are generally non-diastatic, meaning they do not break down complex sugars beyond a certain point, preserving the beer's sweetness and body. Lastly, many strains are linked to historic British breweries. Recognizing these associations can guide brewers in selecting authentic yeasts. For example, the Boddington's yeast strain is well known for its role in creating the smooth, balanced beers of that brewery. In practical brewing, selecting a British ale yeast involves choosing strains that perform reliably at ale temperatures, produce the expected flavor profile, and are genetically confirmed as Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Understanding these traits helps brewers craft beers that stay true to traditional British styles while allowing room for creativity. Recognizing key British ale yeast strains is about paying attention to their genetic makeup, fermentation habits, and the flavors they produce, ensuring each brew captures the spirit of British brewing.